In the panel, my colleagues and friends have talked about different subjects from health, education, human rights, and oil and industry. I am going to go in the same subject of oil, but right now about the oil in Kirkuk. As I am from Kirkuk, and as I see since years, titles in the media, especially in the Western media, Kirkuk is powder cake, Kirkuk is Jerusalem of Kurdistan, Kirkuk is a Kurdish city, Kirkuk is so. All that makes me sad. In actual fact, all these titles are meant again, and they are promoted wrongly, and it is against a main component, against the interest of a main component of the Iraqi people, who are the Turkmens. We Turkmens, we are in Kirkuk. Kirkuk is our city since at least 800 years. We have established states, from Seljuk from 1115 up to 1918. We, the Turkmens of Iraq, we were in the north of Iraq, from Baghdad up to north. We had states, we had principalities, atabegs in Mosul, in Erbil, in Kirkuk, and so on. Since 1920, after the invasion of Iraq, first invasion of Iraq by the British, and in those days, exactly, Kirkuk and its oil was one of the essential reasons for the invasion of Iraq. Baba Gurgur was there since 1,000 years, and it was calling everybody who has sense, there is wealth and there is oil, there is gas there. Okay? On those days, before the war, the use of our oil was not that, the demand was not that important, then it was neglected. After the invasion of diesel engines and conversion of the ships' engines from coal to gas oil, the importance of oil became heightened, and those who were interested in that looked for sources to get their oil. And British were the first to realize that, and they knew that in Kirkuk there was a wealth, and that's why they came there. Turkmens of Iraq, indeed, after the end of the war, of course, Turkmens were in the north of Iraq and predominantly in Mosul Wilayati, and they were majority in cities like Tal Afar, Erbil, Kirkuk, Tushurmatu, Diyala, Mandeli, and so on. The first Iraqi constitution was written in 1925, and that constitution was written in 4 languages, in Arabic, Kurdish, Turkish, and English. In that constitution, the right of the Turkmen were acknowledged, and it was specifically said that the Turkmen, where they are majority, saying Erbil, Kirkuk, Kifri, in the courtyards, the language will be Turkish. In the education, the language will be the mother tongue Turkish, and so on. In 1932, the language, my father, when he studied in his mother tongue. A generation later, I came to study. The Turkish language was forbidden to be taught to children of that area. Then we came to 1958. In 1958, there was this revolution, first 14th of July revolution, Iraqi revolution. And the new constitution has been written, and that in that new constitution, the first problem for us as Turkmen has started. In that constitution, the previous constitution was considering Iraqis on the citizenship. The first constitution of the Republican era was written, and it said in one of articles, Iraq is composed from Arabs and Kurds, with minorities without mentioning them. Then we have been pushed from being a main component of the Iraqi people to something, a lesser degree, a minority, that's to say, second-class citizen. Well, after 1968, because of the Kurdish movement and their ambition for the wealth of oil in Kirkuk, they started a campaign of immigration to that area in order to change the demography of this Kirkuk city. I am talking about Kirkuk province and Kirkuk city especially. Of course, job opportunities as well has pushed these people before the revolution of '58, when the feudal system was in Iraq and the sheikhs and aghas from Kurd side as well as from Arab side were using these poor people with no respect, with no compensation, and most of these poor people sought a refuge in Kirkuk in order to find job, in order to ameliorate the situation. And that's how